I have a couple specific questions. These are nerd nitty-gritty questions, but we'll get into them. Here we go. I got a couple. Not a lot, but a couple. Big question. This is multiple emails on this. Will the Hurley Bird be explained? Now, for those of you who don't know, there was an episode where a bird flew by and people said the bird said Hurley. So I'll ask it in two parts. Did that really happen? And then, if so, will it be explained?
It sounded like Hurley.
It happened on multiple occasions.
Hurley!
It was a...
I can do that again. Hurley!
If you play it backwards, it's really Locke is dead.
Yeah. That is on our list of things to explain.
Okay.
It is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't mean we will. It's on the list. On the list. There's a lot of things.
Well, all right. This is a very simple one. What's up with Walt? Now, you can answer that, or I can maybe I can narrow it down for you a little bit and say, like, if you were able to create a machine that would stop him from aging, would he have still been on the show? Would that, or was
I think I would take this machine you described and say there's no longer a reason for me to write television.
the cool
People
machine? I'll
probably
show it
want
to
to
you.
stop aging.
It's out in the back of my truck.
No, that was actually he absolutely you would still be seeing Walt on the show. I mean, we just ran into a problem where, the actor aged and he's now like 17 and he doesn't fit in the timeline of what we're doing right now. But we actually...
Or his costume.
Yeah, it's really weird that you guys wouldn't get him a bigger costume.
We are actually working on a way to try to, bring Walt back before Lost is all said and done.
Okay, interesting.
He
All
will
right.
be riding on the Hurley Bird.
How awesome would that be?
Worked
Laser
in half
out of his eyes?
Yep.
God, I wish we could make the show we actually talk about in the room.
Were the finales in 3D?
No, you really don't.
No,
All right.
probably not.
Here we go, another question. In I Do, why does Danny say about Jack he wasn't even on Jacob's list? Is he referring to a different list than the one in Jacob's cave?
This is a fascinating question, and one which we have no intention whatsoever of answering. I think that the idea that Jacob had a list that he furnished to the others and/or to Ben is up for debate. Whether or not that list actually came from Jacob or was candidate related, or it came from Ben pretending that he had some relationship with Jacob that he didn't have, that's always been my interpretation. He wants Jack Shepherd to perform the surgery on him, so everything that's happening in that season is sort of filtered through whether or not Ben is telling the truth or not. And I'm just going to keep on talking until...
Go ahead. Right, another one.
Did anybody believe that? No?
What were you going to say?
That was good.
Nothing. I've heard that before. It all sounded like Hurley Bird.
Okay, this is probably the easiest question. From Stoner B writes, the use of string theory, does that help explain the dual dimensions coexisting? Would the use of string theory help explain the dual dimensions coexisting, and would an explosion at the anomaly be needed to reunite the two again? Yes, I am serious.
I would answer that in 6 parts. I don't think any of us are smart enough to answer that.
Yeah. I Googled that and I didn't even understand it.
Wow.
And then the final specific one, whatever happened to Annie? Will we find out any more information? Your love, Annie. Is there going to be any conclusion of that story?
Don't want to say. Probably not.
No. Okay.